Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Bahashim Kakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them that taught us the truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers up pushing the word and truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. To the Aquath that are listening, learning, being a pillar of rest, 144,001 the hopeful elect of Israel, the brother Yahshua. This lesson is going to be short, okay? Now, what I did was I watched this documentary because as soon as I heard Travis Walton, and you know about the Travis Walton story, right? So this is supposed to be somewhat new. I see 7 months there. So this is the true story of Travis Walton, called Travis. So they made this, and he's all through it. So if you don't understand who that guy is, in like 77, 75, he was working with a logging crew in Arizona. They saw a light. They go to where the light is. He jumps out of the car, runs up to the UFO, and the UFO lift him up in the air, right? And then I think it dropped him or something like that. And then he disappeared. The guys that were in the truck, they left. They came back. He was gone. He was gone for 5 days. Then he comes back with this story, and now this is part of UFO folklore and history and all of that. Now, this is really weird because I watched it on the television from my phone, and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to do some sort of lesson on it. And so I go to do the lesson on it, and it won't let me play it from here at all, which is really strange. Okay, so this is a Travis Walton story. It doesn't even say how long it's been up. Let me see. But see if it's going to work at all. Release date 2016. So this goes back. So anyway, yeah, 75 UFO experience. Okay, so the thing about the Travis Walton story, you can kind of tell which ones are real and which ones are fake. Okay. Betty and Barney Hill was fake. How do you know? Because there was a Nazi involved in the story. That one's a Nazi. So when you dealing with Nazis in Die Glock and Hanebu 1, 2, 3, you understand the Nazis were working on their own UFOs. This story is a little different because what they say is that he was taken aboard the UFO or the chariot, whatever. And he was gone for 5 days. And then they did regression therapy, and there's more to the story, But this one always intrigued me because it sounded real. Now, Betty and Barney Hill was a little different. It was just them, and they were both abducted, so to speak. This one is a little different because there were like 5, 6 witnesses to him dealing with the UFO. I want to say getting beamed up, because that's what this whole this lesson is about, getting beamed up. Okay, so let's get Travis. Let's get one that we can actually see, since they won't let me. Look at that. Look at this. I type in Travis, right? And this comes up. Travis Walton abduction documentary. Travis Walton interview. Why did all of that come up and I just type in Travis? Why? And it won't let me play this movie. How do they know how come I'm not talking about Travis Tritt? Right? This is crazy. Anyway, let's go here. Abduction documentary. Travis. This is what I'm watching right now, and it won't play, which is stupid. Right? Why won't it play? Watch it shut down. See, so it's up there, and there it is, but it won't play for me. Suddenly, look at that, an error occurred. See, before it gave me this reason, it gave me another one. It said, well, this movie is not licensed. I'm like, if it's not licensed, why do you have it on YouTube Movies? but I can't watch it because you know I'm about to do this documentary. So anyway, let's just pick one of them. The thing, it's even right here. We could use this. All right. What? And this is all I want to say. All right. I'm gonna get let's get a precept real quick. Nigga, you just talking. Let's get a precept. Uh. So let's get they that be with us. They that be with. Okay, so in this situation here, you got Elijah and Elisha, and no, not Elijah and Elisha. You got Elisha and Elisha's servant, if you will. Okay, so I'll just read this. It's 2 Kings 6:16, and he answered and said, and he answered, "Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them." Now, this Elisha's servant, couldn't see the chariots and couldn't see the angels. Okay, 6:6. Okay, I'm gonna read 17. And Elisha prayed and said, "Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see." And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. So these things are hidden. They can cloak themselves. They can beam. They can beam. Elijah was beamed up. Right? 2 Kings, what is it, 2:11? Went up by a whirlwind, right? Is it 11? Let me see. Ah, wow. Okay. And it came to pass, as they still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire, just like Travis, and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. That's the point that I wanted to get to. Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. Well, in this Travis abduction, this is what we see. This would be the whirlwind, which is the tractor beam. Okay? So this is very real, if nothing else. Okay? You got the whirlwind, which is the tractor beam. You got Elijah, and you have the chariot, right? Now, what is so special about this particular encounter or this picture? Okay? Well, this is what it means to be saved, right? Let's go back to Travis. Let's look at one of these. Because what I wanted to show you from the documentary is him getting beamed up or him getting lifted up into the air, is what they show. They say that he was lifted. Salaki, bear with me. Let me see if I can find anything. They're not going to show any. This is just audio. So, all right. But anyway, basically the lesson is, right, whatever this is equivalent to being saved. Okay? This is what being saved means. Okay? It means being abducted, right, by aliens, so to speak. Okay? Is the point that I'm making. The Travis Walton story sheds light on what it means to be saved. You got an angel in a chariot of Israel, right? Using let's get that real quick. Let's get 19. Slovakia. And I know I'm being sporadic, but I mean, when I started to make this video, the source material was actually working. So now I'm just kind of going in the spirit. So let me see. Right here. This is Revelation 19 and 15. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of almighty power. Okay, what is this sharp sword that goeth out of his mouth? Well, come back here. Well, there it is, the sharp sword going out of his mouth. Because what it said it lifted him up, and then it zapped him with a whole bunch of power. That's the beam, laser beam. You got a tractor beam, right? Which is pulling him up, and then there's the laser beam. Okay, let's go to the Apocrypha real quick, right? 2 Ezra 13 and 4. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. Okay, same thing. That voice is that beam. All right, now I'm going to get a couple of more, and then we can, let's just get one more. All right, maybe if I can find a good working, if I can find a good working video, I can do an even more in-depth lesson. But the purpose of this lesson really is to show you this. Revelation 11 and 12. Okay, because that's what this is. Again, what does it mean? See, this is perfect right here. What does it mean to be saved? Let's get it. Revelation 11, 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. So this would be the cloud. See this thing back here? That's the cloud, the spaceship. Okay. He's ascending up to heaven, which is the sky, right? There's the whirlwind, if you will, right? Catching him up in that thing. Remember Galaga? Used to play Galaga? And one of those flying bugs would send down a tractor beam, and if your spaceship got caught up in the tractor, it'd take it up, and that's how you got two players at the same time. Keyboard battery low. Okay. It was a tractor beam situation. So between these two pictures, that's the laser beam, that's the tractor beam. Okay, what is a tractor beam? See, because these things exist. What is a tractor beam? In science fiction, you see how they put that right away? So Travis is telling you a science fiction situation. A hypothetical beam of energy that can be used to move objects such as spaceships or hold them stationary. Tractor beam is a device that can attract one object to another from a distance. The concept originates in fiction. No, it doesn't. Right? So what you're saying, see, when we go back to where were we? 2 Kings. This is fiction. This is science fiction right here. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. The whirlwind here is the tractor beam. Okay. Now let's get back to Revelation. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. So this is what it means to be saved right here out of the Bible. In Christianity, they oh, saved. Are you saved? And oh, I just want to be saved. And people don't even know what the phrase means. This is what it means right here. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. That's what it means to be saved. Saved from what? Saved from the destruction. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. Everybody died that didn't ascend up to heaven in a cloud. If you didn't get beamed up, you got blown up. Okay? Saved from what? Saved from those missiles falling and destroying everybody on in the Continental 50. All right? So it's just proof, you know. This is proof. Is this real? Did this actually happen? That devil is wily. Okay? The devil is a wily, lying piece of shit. Okay? So now what this did do is scared a lot of people. Scared a lot of Edomites, that's for sure. Okay? And this is against them. He didn't have nothing good to say. And they did all of this regression therapy. I don't hear about it. How is it that I know about? And that one is a Nazi, right? From the regression of James Earl Jones, Salakia, Betty and Barney Hill, right? That one's a Nazi. I'm that bunny, right? We know all about those regression tapes that we were probably listening to the real thing. But what about Travis? What happened? What did they actually look like, Travis? Right? Where's that part at? See, because if you know enough about this, then you know which ones are fake and which ones are real. All right, we're going to end on this. All right, Matthew, because this is what you can't do. 21. Matthew 24 and 24. For there shall arise false Hamashiach and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they should deceive the very elect. So this is a great sign and a great wonder. Hanebu and the Glock and these different things that they have, TRB3, right? Those are great signs and wonders. But guess what? You can't fool the very elect. We know what the scriptures say about these craft. They are real. They do these things. So when one can't do these things, right, you can't disappear at hyper speed, right? You just kind of fly away slowly. No, that's not a real one. All right, this thing is real if you know what to look for. But, I mean, you can fool some people, but guess what? This says you can't fool the elect. Why? Because showers. He showeth his secret Okay, so we know what is real and what ain't. Amos 3 and 7, surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. Okay, UFO, the angels is a secret thing. The laser beams, right? tractor beams, the cloaking devices. People know about it, but they don't know it's the angels, right? You've been led to believe that there's little lizards in there, right? By things like this. See, this is a huge disinformation campaign, right? Making movies about it and leading you astray. They ain't telling you it's the angels in there that look like black men, all right? So I just wanted to bring that out. Maybe if I can get this thing to work, because it's just really strange how it's not doing it. Okay, well, we got this much. Video plays soon. Let's see. It's a login. Oh, wow, look. Ah, look at that. See that? It was playing. See this? That shit was playing. See what they're doing to me? Why is that? Why is that? They know I'm about to come with that gut. Where's when they had him in the air? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end it right here since, as you can see, they're watching me. Why me? See, this is why I only get 1 and 2 views. You might put something together that's decent. What do? They make sure it's not going to come to fruition. Anyway. All right, so with that, we hope that the elector edified you, brothers and sisters. Shalom.